This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast Speed Round Edition, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording, and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the independent scene and both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
I got myself a can of Dr. Perky. Let's do this!
And of course, joining us as always, Shintigercurl.
It's sushi time because I'm eating sushi.
Dim sum time will be later tonight, I'm sure.
Yes.
Aha, and he switched accounts, did it in Enigma Extreme. How you doing, buddy? How's everybody doing? And Enigma says, on the road to 600. Yes, episode 584. Officially.
Ooh.
About 15 weeks. It's a thing. That's a thing. I don't know what else to tell you on that particular situation. It's a speed round night, ladies and gentlemen, because in about 1 hour or less than now, AEW will present the first episode of AEW Rampage with 3 championship matches in an hour.
Rampage featuring Christian Cage, but not in a cage. But he's still a Sage.
That's for later. But no Hangman Page. He gone. He's not present.
And Taz is in a good mood, so no Brooklyn Rage.
Sadly. But you know what? To be fair, the Brooklyn Rage will be in New York in September, so there's that. And then we Extreme, the ratings are going to be interesting for Rampage. We got this week and next week, but we'll see. For those, so yeah, we're doing no clip. We're just going straight to it. Rampage is in about an hour. They got the Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. No, not for the AEW title. That's still all out. They did made that announcement on Dynamite this week. But for the Impact World title, we'll discuss the other Impact World title in a few seconds, I'm sure. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Red Velvet in the main event. And right in the middle, Miro's going to beat the crap out of somebody. Who, you may ask? If it's Miro, does it really matter? Doesn't necessarily really, does it? When you really think about it. Let's kick us off. T-Dub, you got a list of news, I'm sure. We got about,
first off, we got
about 50 minutes. Let's go.
Well, first off, we have to send our condolences out to the friends and family of wrestling legend Dominic DeNucci.
Nothing more to say there. That it is unfortunate. I want to say who he trained, but I don't. My brain's fried, so I'm like, because it's Friday, and so I'm like, I don't want to say anything for the sake of yeah. Don't want to, Don't want to say stuff that might get my ass kicked.
Well, he did train Mick Foley.
That I do know. But I don't know about the rest of the people. I know it's not... I want to say Taz, but I can't say Taz because I'm not sure.
No, Taz was who was Taz's trainer? I forget his name. But he used to be one that I knew at the top of my head, but he trained Mick Foley and Shane Douglas at the very least. That much I do know.
That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of actually. Dominic DeNucci was trained by Shane Douglas. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
All right, and let's see. You want to hear? Might as well recap Dynamite real quick. The Bucks and Omega defeated Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and Mike Sydal in a very entertaining six-man tag, especially in the part of Dante Martin, who just looked like an absolute star.
Dante Martin's a made man in AEW. Good Lord, that was a showcase match for that kid.
Yep. This is how you take notes. This is how you can make a star without having them win. Just make them look like $1 million.
Name Extreme. Yes, it's Derry Fuego del Sol, and he's getting killed by Miro tonight. Yeah. And the name says we need an AEW Junior Heavyweight title. No more belts. Maybe a 6-man tag belts, but that's it.
No more singles belts.
No more. They don't need more singles belts, for God's sakes.
No kidding. I think they have enough.
They have enough.
If they wanted any more singles belts, they would have to, for me, expand the women's division, and maybe that can get a secondary singles belt. But that's it. That's the only way I see it.
If they want to do another singles belt, I'd say do something akin to the Never Openweight title for New Japan, something of that kind.
You know what? Maybe. If they want to keep with the Forbidden Door, I mean, let's do work with New Japan. I mean, the Never Openweight champ is working with Impact right now, and it's, speaking of Jay White. You could bring him in and defend the title every once in a while. Championship defenses of other titles on TNT fill out that, I don't want to say mid-card, but you get the idea. It fills out that extra championship that you need every once in a while. It is a want, not a need.
Indeed. And someone who wanted to win but couldn't was Daniel Garcia, as he fell to Darby Allin in what was one hell of a technical masterpiece.
That was a beautiful match to watch.
Very much so.
A lot of people don't know this, but yeah, Darby Allin, not bad as a technical guy. Yep. He can hang.
And sorry, go ahead, Shin.
He's like Stone Cold in that regard. He comes off like a daredevil brawler, but he can do technical. He can surprise you with his technical expertise.
That's the thing a lot of people don't know about Austin. Yes, he's a brawler because, well, before his neck injury in '97, he was a technical wrestler.
Yeah.
He could go. He could wrestle. But with the neck injury, well, I might fuck up the neck if I do something wrong in the technical department, so let me switch it out so it's just ass-kicking and brawling.
Which inevitably did fit the character more, but unfortunately, the neck issues caught up and got him in
and
early
eventually
retirement.
it bought him some time, if nothing else.
Yeah. That did. And speaking of time, someone who did very well with their time in the ring was Britt Baker, DMD, who soaked up all the adulation of the Britsburg crowd.
You know, it's one of those things where she did her promo, she did well, and the crowd ate it up. All you really had to do was, I'm winning in Pittsburgh on Friday because I'm Dr. Britt Baker, and well, you know what she did? The crowd said it for her. DMD.
I like the fact that they didn't try to make her super heelish in her own home.
No.
They just rolled with it. Like, she's over here. Let's go with that.
And not only that, they let her come off as a star. Like, how many times when watching WWE have we seen somebody show up at their hometown only to be made a fool of? Because it's their hometown.
Look, if having her lose in her hometown makes sense in the overall progression of the story, fine. But if you're just going to if you're going to make her lose because we got to keep to the trope of they lose in their hometown, it's like, dude, that's why you fail as a company.
Yeah, and how many times do we see in WWE? So many people lose in their hometown to a point where it's expected. And it got really annoying really fast. All right, next here. Hardy and Private Party defeat the Best Friends in a pretty good matchup here. Although Hardy and Private Party were flanked by like 6 different people.
Yeah. I gotta say, Wheeler Yuta, I got my eye on him.
But Dude. He needs to learn. He needs to learn. When the referee counts to 3, the match is over. Why won't he learn?
Speaking of Wheeler Yuta, apparently he had a great trial with WWE, and they went, yeah, no pass.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I'm pretty sure once T-Dub's done recapping AEW Dynamite, we're going to get to the crux of that debate there, or whatever debate there is on that. But
we're going to get to some discussion on NXT for sure, because the times they are a changing. Anyways, yes, Hardy Private Party. Let's see who they have in their corner. They had the Blade. They had the Bunny.
Yeah.
They had TH2. Jack Evans is back on TV. Hooray!
Hey!
My boy, Jack Evans.
The Prince of P-Town.
Hell yeah.
Jack Evans from the heavens. And of course, they also had Nyla Rose interfere. So with all those people around, it's kind of a numbers game, really.
Which is typical heel shenanigans anyway.
Indeed. And they picked up the win. And of course, Matt Hardy picked up a lion's share of the accolades, just celebrating as if he won it all by himself, like you do.
Well,
like you do.
Well, he did.
And in some back and forth promos backstage, we got it confirmed, all out. It's going to be Andrade against the Bastard Pack.
Boys, that's what should open out all out.
Battle of the two former NXT champions.
That, and one's a lucha guy, one's another brawler, but both are high-flying luchador technical people.
Well,
that will light up a crowd.
Yep. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear a word Andrade said.
Well, technical stuff, and Andrade is still Andrade in the promo department.
No, it was more that I was too distracted by how good he looked. I will reiterate what the man in New York says all the time about Andrade. He is the best dressed man in professional wrestling.
I think this is the second week in a row where we're going to reference ZZ Top, or second time in 2 weeks. Every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Well, he did get Charlotte, and he can barely speak a word of English, so that should say something about his raw charisma.
Yeah, either that or Charlotte speaks Spanish, which, being bilingual is not a bad thing, folks.
No, it is not.
I should know. I speak English et je parle français.
And speaking of a team that can speak French really well, but could not get the win here, Dark Order, who are flanked only by Colt Cabana, lost to the Good Brothers for the
Lots
Impact
of good
World
story
Tag Team
there,
Finals.
but goddamn, Smash Bros versus Good Bros. That was like, I want to see that in person. That's how good that match is.
It was a great match.
Oh,
It was lots of fun. Although I was polling for Smash Bros to get the victory because I've been a fan of them. Me and Matty, of course, have been fans of theirs for ages.
Me too.
Very nice. So we've all been fans of them for a long time, pulling for them, but they couldn't get the job done. And as I alluded to earlier, seems like there might be some dissension in the Dark Order, and I hope they don't split them. Please don't. They're too wholesome.
I get the feeling there's a long-term deal at play here, where it's like, okay, right now they're at odds. They're hitting each other because one part wants to help Adam Page, no matter the circumstances. They don't care if Adam says no. We stick together, and there's Stu, Uno, and a few other and Colt going, dude, let him. He needs his space.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he knows we have his back, but right now he needs his own space. It's a beautiful interplay, is what it is.
Very.
That it is. Yeah, you love to see tiny little stories play out among the bigger ones.
And this will pay off eventually, folks. This is one of those your patience shall be rewarded kind of things.
Yeah.
Indeed, and it also adds depth to the roster by giving more members stories, even if they're just tiny ones.
Tiny but meaty ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like John Silver.
And for those wondering why all of a sudden is Adam Page out of the title picture for All Out? Simple. He's got a kid on the way. Wanted to take some time off. The timing.
Yeah.
So once he returns, he'll beat Kenny Omega's ass, he'll take the world title and he will celebrate like the cowboy he is and go pew pew with his finger guns.
They know that he's over like Rover, and the fact that when he comes back, the facials that the facial expression, I should say, that Kenny Omega will do like he's seen a ghost, it'll pop the crowd. It is only a matter of time.
Yeah. Also, bold prediction here. After Hangman gets the belt and after he gets the belt and gets a rather substantial title run, I predict the next person to take off the belt off of him, MJF.
That's exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah, we've been seeing that for a while. Like, okay, have Hangman get a run, and then have MJF, and he is like the ultimate final boss in a sense.
Although my prediction is the Hangman will have a relatively short title run.
Yeah, the contention is, yeah, the next champion after Hangman should be MJF. The debate is how long the reign. Really,
but I'll even go a step further. MJF gets the title, and the Pinnacle just go on a run with all the major main belts.
So MJF gets the world title. FTR get the tag belts. Is it Shawn Spears or Wardlow that gets the TNT title?
Before the Pinnacle formed, I would say give it to War Dog, but after all the character work that Spears has been doing,
Spears deserves the TNT title after the hard work he's put into character. And like, Wardlow could steal the FTW title if he wants to.
And him and Jake could hate fuck over it.
There you go.
Indeed. And speaking of the War Dog Wardlow, he could not take out Jericho as he was hit with a Judas in his mind.
And the final, and there is no more debate. They confirmed that the fifth and final labor is MJF. The stipulation, not that Jericho's career is on the line. No, they rather keep it simple. No Judas effect.
And no Judas at all.
Yeah, he said no. The Judas is gone. The song is gone, which of course he's saying no one's allowed to sing it. But you know what's going to happen. Jericho's going to come out and the crowd's going to sing it anyway.
Or Jericho could just a cappella on the mic.
No, the crowd. Let the crowd. It has to be the crowd.
Better yet. Jericho could do it a cappella by hiring Rockapella.
Oh,
yes!
Oh!
This must happen, Jericho. Find Rockapella. They're still performing. Have them do Judas.
That would be too good.
But it's more than likely going to be just the crowd doing what the crowd does and, fuck MJF. And, of course, the Judas Effect elbow is banned from the match as well. But, folks, it's Jericho's going to win it because, A, it's Chris Jericho. He has more than just one thing. Yeah, and then they see, where in the world is Chris Jericho? It doesn't have the same ring, though, to be fair.
Where in the world is Le Champion?
There you go.
That'll work.
Well, it also seems like they're building up Chris Statlander to be the next #1 contender for the AEW Women's World Title after she had a definitive victory over Nyla Rose.
Undefeated since her return.
It would only make sense for the pay-per-view to be undefeated since her return versus a woman that is technically hasn't been defeated in a while, if you don't count the unsanctioned match.
And people don't, because unsanctioned is that it doesn't go towards the record, technically.
Yeah.
So you got the two biggest winning streaks going head-to-head against each other, so it only makes sense for that to hopefully be on the pay-per-view. But, of course, Rampage tonight, we're going to see, kicking off the show, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage for the Impact World Championship.
Now, a few people online, including Russell Talk, said, this is a strange play, but, they went from Hangman versus Omega into Omega versus Cage. Now, it's not an upgrade or a downgrade per se. Both are still intriguing matchups, but if you're a fan, you were expecting Hangman Page. So, okay, here's how you liven it up. Have Cage win the Impact World title, and then it's title for title at All Out. Which, that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's definitely a way to increase the stakes a little bit.
It is, especially because there does need to be some sort of twist add intrigue, because you can tell the crowd is not as into this nearly as much as Hangman Page.
Crowd is telling the AEW, we don't care if Page has a kid or not. You fucked up.
Unfortunately, out of their hands. So
It is out of their hands. It's confirmed to be out of their hands, but it's still a fuck up.
I think they're doing the best, at least with what they've got.
Yeah, and that's all they can do.
And let's hope that we get, at the very least, a really good match tonight. I really did like Don Callis' promo, especially on Impact. Like the promos on Impact between both Don Callis and Kenny Omega and Christian Cage this week did a really good job of hyping up this match.
Yeah.
And it's more build up. And at that point, it's an ultimate douche heel on Kenny Omega, which the way they took out Hangman Page is more heel heat anyway. So, you know what? It is what it is there. And it should be a fun match. Of course, in the middle, you got Miro versus Fuego del Sol in Fuego del Sol's unfortunate funeral.
He already came back from the dead once. He doesn't need to die again.
Fuego del Sol is a very good person. So now I must torture his body so his soul learns to be humble.
Let's see what our chat said about who is going to win this match.
Yeah, you had a poll there, and I think they got Fuego winning.
Yeah, they voted for Fuego. Wow.
Yeah.
So the RVT audience is in favor of Fuego del Sol, the master of the Tornado DDT, WWE.
God is the teacher, Fuego is the student, and I am God's instrument on earth.
By the way, speaking of which, Malachi Black, cut a promo this week on TNT, on AEW on TNT, and he essentially said that he was God. So if he is God and Miro is God's champion, does that mean that Miro?
Fucked. We are all fucked.
Yeah,
because if you're thinking Malachi Black and Miro as a tag team, that happens. The whole goddamn thing is fucked. Every time they show up on a segment, that team fucked. Or that one dude in the ring with Miro, dead. Miro or Malachi Black Mass, dead.
Referee, dead. Justin Roberts, dead.
No. And Namath says whoever wins, we lose. No. We win. It's still Malachi Black and Miro. I mean, goddamn that. Oh God. Oh. Okay, so it's technically two heels, but now I want to see Malachi Black versus Miro for the TNT title. I want to see this match.
At the very least, if nothing else, we do know that whoever, if they were to ever do this match, we would get a victor, we would get a winner, and we will get a loser.
You know what? You know what I want to see if they ever do a feud between those two? Them cutting promos about how fucking hot their wives are.
And of course, Carl Anderson comes in, hey, no one's hotter than my hot Asian wife.
They do all have attractive wives. I will say that.
They have smoking hot wives, all three of them.
Enigma says, whoever wins, we all die. No, that's only if Lance Archer is involved.
No, Lance Archer, it gets involved. Yeah, that's what happens. Now I want to see Tomohiro Ishii versus Malachi Black, or Tomohiro Ishii versus Miro. That either of those matches, then we all die.
Wait, wasn't Lambert supposed to be on this week's Dynamite? Where was he?
He was fucking nowhere.
Damn.
Something happened.
He got scared of the Murder Hawk, clearly.
Or last minute thing.
Nah, he's a coward.
You know what I want to see?
You know
what I want to see if they ever do Ishii versus Malachi Black? I want to see Ishii at least once no-sell the Black Mass.
Oh. And he would do it too. He would do it. No. He would Homer Simpson it. He'd sell it. He'd be out on his feet. He'd be wobbly. But it would still be no-selling in a sense.
And Malachi is like, how come you didn't go down from that? And he just points outside the ring, and outside the ring, arms crossed, Shibata. And Malachi Black is like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, wait. You were tempered in raw kicks. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. You want me to do it again? Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be the finish, right? I did. Yeah. Flap! He's still not down. Flap, flap, flap. Okay, he's tired, Homer. Nudge him.
No, he goes for the black mask, and take that, Ishii. And now it's time for why is my leg missing?
Oh, he takes it, and it's like Connor. It's like one of those gruesome MMA injuries. Going, how's my leg in half? Also, ow.
And then outside the ring, Toru Yano tries to sell him his leg back.
No.
Your leg, 500 for your leg, 600.
Yano is a smart businessman. He'll charge at least 2,000 yen.
That's
They would be
$20
in America.
US, roughly. Also, he wouldn't even have a chance to sell it because he would lose his life from the other leg.
Not if he hides behind Goto.
Did we even trust Goto taking a shot from Malachi Black?
He's a samurai. He can take it.
You know what? It's true, and he's not Yoshihashi, to be fair. Though he would be a useful meat shield.
Please, Yoshihashi would collapse into an unrecognizable heap from just pronouncing the first syllable of Malachi Black's name.
It's still a useful meat shield. And especially if you're Yano, who will be afraid of your life after seeing a black mass up close and personal, you would want a meat shield so you could run your ass off to the back so you could be safe.
So you are the famous Yoshi. Why are you on the ground?
Sorry. A little bit of a win from the black mass. Ow.
Well, when it comes to people not being wimps, they'll be in the main event of the first ever Rampage, and that's Britt Baker defending the Women's World Championship against Red Velvet.
We take more time selling how awesome this match will be, but we got about half an hour left.
Fresh from Yo Mama's kitchen.
Indeed,
Yep.
and she's here to stir shit up. Although it most likely will be a Britt Baker victory. In fact, you can almost bet your house on it. It should still be one hell of a match.
It'll be a great match, and Britt Baker will be on top, and it'll be thumbs all the way up.
Although I will have to say, Camille's promo, yeah, she needs work.
Ooh, yeah.
I gotta say, that's the first time I heard her speak, and it's now quite obvious why they sort of built that up for a while on NWA television.
Yeah, Camille is the tall, silent chick who will kick your ass. And it's obvious why she doesn't talk too much. I mean, for a sit-down promo, it was fine. They did what they could with it, and it'll be fine. But,
Needs to emote.
Yeah,
Baker,
needs
she is
to
not.
emote more.
Yeah, Britt Baker, she is not.
No.
No, she's not.
Neither is she Red Velvet. Neither was she Red Velvet. And I gotta say, Red Velvet's promo on Dynamite was actually pretty good as well.
Yeah.
When they did her whole video package.
She's got a lot of spark in her.
And of course, heading on over to WWE, it seems that Degeneration X has lost control of NXT.
Yeah, so this is very simple. Basically, the reason why those cuts happened mid SmackDown, nonetheless, mid this fucking show, it's they're blowing it up. In sports teams terms, they are rebranding. They're refocusing on people they want that are young, and it could be WrestleMania main eventers.
And are big and muscular. Their exact wording was, quote unquote, no more midgets, as they put it.
Yep.
So if
you
you're
hear
expecting
that and you weep for poor Kushida.
Yeah, because he's the champion of the quote-unquote midget division, as I'm sure Vince McMahon looks at it. In
Folks.
fact, not only that, but earlier today there was a report flying around, I hope it's not true, that 205 Live will essentially no longer be for cruiserweights.
Then what can it be for?
NXT Light, I guess.
It's essentially Velocity, except they don't want to change it to that.
It's Velocity for NXT, essentially.
Yeah. And you know what, folks? People are going to say, well, I'm not watching WWE anymore. Folks, no. Watch NXT and watch TakeOver on Sunday on next Sunday. Because after next Sunday, things are going south.
Yep.
So NXT next Sunday is going to be their one-night stand.
No, well,
It's going to be their last stand.
more there are 2001 guilty as charged.
Pretty much.
If my ECW history is up to snuff.
I believe it is, and it's kind of sad because you could tell that all the members of DX are there, which is I think
You
at this
could tell
point,
the
Triple H-
mood because I watched just out of curiosity. It wasn't a bad NXT, but you could tell the mood of the crowd, which is usually a smart crowd. You could tell that there is a sense of dread in the entire room.
I did hear that how the main event ended, which was Ilya Dragunov, the number one contender for the NXT UK Championship, losing to Pete Dunne via distraction by Walter.
By the way, Pete Dunne, not on the TakeOver card. You can tell that Vince McMahon put his mitts on NXT because he wanted AEW to fuck up, and now it's fucking up. Oh, no, it's Triple H's fault. There is rumor of Triple H, well, it's not even rumor. There's speculation, whatever you want to call it. Triple H and Vince McMahon are at odds, or there's a whole lot of politicking going on. Where Triple H was doing fine, NXT was doing fine, and then you put it on the network and add a tacked on an hour and you fucked it up.
Yeah, it was great as a 1 hour show to showcase some of the talent they have at NXT, and yeah, it grew beyond what it originally was, but it's only because of how popular and how good the show was. And you could tell that, just by the way these talents were booked on the main roster, that Vince did not care about whether the quality of the wrestlers or the shows. If they didn't fit his mold in his head as to what a superstar should be, he'll just book them into oblivion, which was kind of saddening, really.
You have no idea. All week, those changes and the rumored changes, I wanted to tweet so hard, NXT is dead. I wanted to tweet that. I didn't, but NXT is dead.
It's dead.
It's fucking dead.
Simon Miller said it. Cultaholic said it. Solomonster said it.
It's dead, and Vince McMahon killed it. The one thing that kept WWE alive for all these years was the talent out of NXT. Were they all winners? No, but they had more winners than losers, and now they're forcing these changes that are fucking up the human their fresh resource department, and now they're gonna shit can, folks. I'm believing the fact that these cuts are going to keep coming.
Yeah, I fear for Kushida. I fear for his job safety at this point because,
dude, it's Kushida. He may lose his job at WWE, but it's a bucket list for him anyways. He'll go back to Japan and be as over as ever anyways.
Yeah, he could go back to New Japan. He could go to any promotion really,
and get his pants back.
Yeah, that is for sure. I think they need that too.
What's gonna be weird is because so many of these cuts have happened so late in the game that once 2K22 comes out and you see, oh, half this roster in this game's been released. This is already outdated.
This is going to be fucking sad.
Well, at the very least, they should get the residuals from the video game.
They still getting paid.
And some better news, the Garganos are pregnant.
Hey, baby wrestling. Baby
wrestling.
Mr.
Everyone's having a
Mrs.
kid.
and Baby Wrestling, or Mr. Wrestling Jr. or Johnny Wrestling Jr.
You know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see when Candace gives birth. I want to see Tommaso and Johnny Glorious bomb the baby.
Oh!
Just for old time's sake.
That'd be a little X-rated when you think about it. or the baby will be in the crib, glorious, and all three, and Bobby Roode in the background, and all three are nodding.
No, Bobby Roode in Scrubs.
No, dude,
Just
in the
random-
COVID era, that'd be impossible.
No, just randomly in Scrubs. No explanation why he's in Scrubs. He's just in Scrubs.
I'm sure he could find something at a costume store.
Fair. Could be a lab coat.
Yes, Professor Bobby Roode.
And JC, where's Dexter Loomis here? We don't know.
He apparently still had his date, apparently, even though he lost the match, which kind of makes the match pointless.
I fear for him, honestly.
Dexter Loomis should be fine-ish, maybe? Maybe?
No, I fear for what Vince would do to him.
Oh, yeah, that much, yeah. Yeah.
If he starts making him talk, that's done.
Well, he has to talk eventually.
Have him talk through Indy.
There you go. Yeah, you can talk to him
That
through
can work.
manager. There you go.
Indy can talk. It's a solution, folks. We're trying to figure this shit out. Anyway.
Well, the last thing I have here is the fact that New Japan Resurgence is tomorrow night. So if NJPW World, I believe it should be on there, maybe.
Yeah, on New Japan World, and Ishii versus Moose is going to happen.
Ooh, yes.
We're also going to see the Never Open White title as Jay White defends against David Finlay.
Should be a banger.
Nice.
Tanahashi versus Lance Archer for the U.S. title. Should be a banger.
Very much. Yes.
So overall, I believe Jon Moxley has a tag match where he has a mystery X partner.
And also Triple Mania as Enigma Extreme is brought up. And JC, don't worry. Don't tell us what the news is. We know what the fucking news is. Anyway. But Triple Mania Omega versus Andrade. That's going to be a thing.
Oh, wait, one thing I find hilarious is the fact that however little promotion Impact has gotten on AEW television, AAA has gotten zero.
All they had was their belt on TV. That's it.
And they don't even mention it.
JC, we only have a 1 hour show. We're probably not going to get to your news.
Sad face.
I only got one bit of news.
Go
All
ahead.
right, what do you got, Shin?
This week, as of I think yesterday, Keith Lee came out and decided to reveal why he was off TV for so many months.
Yeah, I
Short
decided not
version,
to-
COVID. It hit him hard.
Yeah, hit him hard and gave him some heart problems. Hey, Pugsley!
Tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much for the renewed subscription. Primed and a Prime Gaming one too.
Oh!
Yeah, I actually showed my mom the video, and she told me that Keith Lee dodged a bullet, and that bullet, and if that is suggesting if that bullet was going 900 miles per hour and the size of Gravedigger, he really should not be alive, considering.
So let's put it this way. The doctor said, dude, the way things are going, even like walking is like all the exercise you should have.
Yeah, I believe the exact words were, if you do anything more than walking, you'll die.
Yep. And
Which is, that's just insane to think about. Jesus, I feel so bad for him.
Folks, I know there's a lot of people, we're not going to go into the political things and everything else, which, by the way, a fucking virus has been politicized. Congratulations, motherfuckers. But when we tell you to get vaccinated, we're not fucking kidding. You saw what the fuck happened to Keith Lee. That shit can happen to you.
Yep.
It happened to me. It could be anybody.
And Keith Lee is a relatively healthy person, all things considered.
Yep.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Mia Yim for putting her career on hold to take care of her man.
Yeah, by the way, that was back in January. She was supposed to be a part of the Rumble, but she stayed home to take care of her man because they are married or they're engaged at the very least.
Yeah, they're engaged.
They're engaged. They are madly in love.
Yeah.
Mia Yim took one for the team.
And yeah, she is ride or die, which is very, very nice. Really love to see wholesome couples.
And fuck whoever said that she was to blame for all the bad shit that's happened to Keith Lee over this year. Fuck you.
Fuck those people, all of them.
Those people can kiss my unwashed asshole after eating three fajitas with a lot of hot sauce. Shit's gonna burn, fuckers.
Those people can kiss the fattest part of Rikishi's ass.
The fattest, deepest part, where Vince went.
Yeah. Until the road dead ends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm very happy that Keith Lee is back in good health, and hopefully he can keep himself in that sort of good shape and good health going forward. Because we do not need to lose any more people, because it feels like we've been losing stars left, right, and center these past few weeks.
So JC was like his other news with Nakamura won the Intercontinental title. He went over Apollo Crews.
Wow, Apollo Crews has not won a match in months, and then he loses his belt. Jesus Christ. I'm happy for Nakamura, but wow, Apollo Crews fell hard after Mania.
Them 3 week pushes. Them 3 week pushes. Dish TV's dropping Fox over the 16th, so I'm no longer able to watch SmackDown. You do like the rest of us. Watch it illegally. Don't watch it, but don't give Vince the money.
This is what happens, Apollo Crews, when you pretend to be a prince like Prince Nana. When all the money you have is food stamps.
That's what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Yep. And wow. Hopefully they'll not 3 week push Nakamura, and they'll consistently, push him and not do the 3 week gimmick. Like I said, just don't do that.
You know what I hope he does? I hope he treats his the Intercontinental title like the first one he won back in New Japan. Tosses it out, takes the classic one out. So this is my belt, bitches.
That'd be nice. That would be very nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we got about 15 minutes left, so we got to move on here. I was going to talk about Keith Lee, but that's been done. So
I got
I'll wait for Renico food stamps. You mean Baron Corbin Baron Corbin needs?
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Matty, you got anything else?
Well, as a matter of fact, I believe I do, but I do need to download a couple of things here. You'll see the reason why in the thingamabob over here.
Oh, yes, that gimmick coming up.
That gimmick coming up. Folks, it's been a long time. Been a long time since Canada has had a significant independent wrestling event. They're starting up again, thankfully, and they are about to be a big thing once again. But there's one thing that I think, at least us in the Canadian indie scene, at least in the Ottawa indie scene, have been missing. That's a good old C4 show, or they've released a C4 produced show. I want to produce the thing, but I need to add a thing, so it's going to take a few minutes here. You're seeing the credits because I need to add the image to the thing. Long story short, what's happening? Fighting Back 10 is finally happening, and I need to load up the thing.
Their annual tribute to the fallen friend, Stinky the Homeless Guy.
Frank Moraine. And there's the poster. Live, everybody. And there's the thing. There's the poster for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, they got themselves a little bit of a television star appearing.
Evil Uno. And one of the owners is a big movie buff and a big horror movie buff at that. And a nice tribute to Jason X. Now the date is Saturday, September 18th. The venue has yet to be announced. Fighting Back, their Facebook and Twitter is active, so you can follow those. You can follow these situations as pertains to the thing.
I
But,
personally have been already following both of C4's social media accounts, so as soon as we know more info, you will know more info.
and we will relay any info as far as what the matches are. Pretty sure Evil Uno will take part for sure, but that's the thing, and that's what's happening in September. And if I get a chance to go, folks, you damn fucking Skippy, I am going.
Yeah, I know you're going. I know Matty D's probably going to go.
I have a few friends who want to go, but I'm not gonna lie, it is a hot ticket. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I'll do my damnedest. You damn right, I'm gonna do my best to go for it.
I'm trying to think of the local talent that could be there. I know TDT will probably be there.
Yeah.
Perhaps they could get some other television stars that are normally known for wrestling in Canada.
Well, as far as the border is concerned, if they want to go through the land border, Americans are allowed through. So,
As long as they have their vaccination cards, right?
yeah, if they have both vaccinations that are recommended by the Canadian health officials, they could go in. So if they're double vaxxed with Moderna or Pfizer, they got it. They're in.
Nice.
So, and hopefully that's everybody at AEW. One would think it's that case, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the news, and I'll show it up before we go to the credits. And next week I will be doing a thing to highlight and make it a little more professional in the VOD department. But that being said, that's it. That's all. We got one thing to do, and we got 10 minutes to do it. Let us do the winners and losers.
All right. Can't say for sure who gets a D-Cell Battery Award because I don't think... You know what, WWE, just because, well, for everything, because you know why. As for overall losers, I can't really think of one. We're doing a rush, so...
JC is saying Anthony go for COVID conspiracy BS?
Oh, yes. He shared a post on Instagram saying that, that the vaccines are a hoax or something of that sort. Like, it was a whole bunch of bad. It was a whole bunch of nonsense.
Fuck you.
I stand
You're
corrected.
the reason we have a fourth wave and the Delta variant, you fucker.
I stand corrected. D-Cell Battery Award. Anthony Agogo for punching himself in the head and turning his brains into oatmeal mush.
And then here's the best part. Afterwards, he was like, I'm just trying to point out some interesting facts. Or just like, look at both sides.
You get your vaccine.
This
In
guy,
fact, anyone that comes up with conspiracy theories or they're thinking about it or not thinking about it, fuck you, get your vaccine. That is my only response. The science is there. You know what? Yeah, there are people getting it and there are breakthrough cases. But you know what most of them are dying from? People get it and they're dying. They don't have the goddamn shots. So fuck you, get your vaccine. More losers, boys.
Well, outside of Anthony Agogo's pudding brain response and WWE for this being WWE, my only loser I can name this week is Camille for that promo. Yeah, girl, you may look great and you may be good in the ring, but you really need to start taking some promo classes. Yeah, especially since you're working with AEW, you got a lot of people to take good promos from. So learn from them. Step your game up if you want to be on AEW, hun. That's all I got.
Well, at least the only thing we know is that she can only go up from here.
Yeah.
Anyways, the only loser I can think of is Vince McMahon for blowing up NXT. Just sad state of affairs, really.
And for losers, WWE for obvious reasons. NXT because it's dead. Vince McMahon for blowing up NXT for no fucking reason other than he's Vince McMahon and it sucks. And Triple H because he's getting the brunt of the blame when it's not his fault that NXT failed. It's Vince McMahon's fucking fault.
Yeah,
and now he's going to lose his position in power because Bruce Pritchard wants a taste? Shit, man.
That's corporate politics right there. Corporate politics right laid out in front of all of us.
You know,
And it's
I was
ugly.
watching the Russell Talk podcast. It was Grand Pooh Bear, Luke Owen, and Denise Salcedo, and they were all thinking, "What if Triple H, flat out gets let go and he starts his own freaking company?"
That would require quite a bit of capital, but I suppose if he's saved his money well, he could. But as we've said multiple times on this show, we believe that if Triple H leaves WWE, he'll just say, you know what? We don't need any of this wrestling nonsense. We're just going to peace out and retire.
And you know what? And JC's Triple H is all elite.
Nah.
If you want to believe that, go ahead. But I'm with T-Dub on this one. He's got fuck you money.
Yeah.
He busted his ass, tried to make the company better, and the company bite him up his ass. And now, if they want to fire him, fuck you, I'm out. And Steph will not be far behind, I'm sure.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
And so is Steph. It won't be long. All right, let's do winners because we got
Obviously wants to know, hypothetically, say he starts a new company, he would go, I have no idea, and unfortunately, we do not have the time this week to even think about that, as much as I would love to, but we only have about 10 minutes, so unfortunately, the time is not on our side.
The only logistic thing would be if Tony Khan came to Triple H and said, listen, I'm smart, but you're good at this stuff, and you showed it with NXT. You want to help book the company for a while? It can happen. Triple H would probably do it out of spite, maybe. But, that's a family feud for another day. Let's do winners, boys.
Winners, easy. AEW for this week. Great. Another good show. Another setup for All Out. We had some great promos, great matches. Dante Fox looked like $1 million. Wheeler Yuta looking great. That awesome promo by Christian Cage calling.
I also have to correct you. That wasn't Dante Fox. That was Dante Martin.
Dante Martin, yeah.
My bad, Dante Martin. I stand corrected. Christian Cage calling the Jackal a carny piece of shit or a carny jackoff, depending on where you're at.
Carny jackoff. And Pugsley, don't worry, dude. We got 10 minutes left. It's just I want these guys to actually be able to sit down, get a drink, and actually be ready for Rampage. And I got to set things up on my end as well. To be fair.
Also, see who else is a good winner aside from everything that happened on Dynamite. We also got congratulations to the Garganos for about to be parents. Congratulations to congratulations to Keith Lee for, as Just Alex would say, kicking out at 3-on-2 when he fought death. And final winner this week, again, Mitsuharu Misawa for successfully defending the WGGP title this week. His opponent, D'Lo Brown.
You're looking at the real deal now. Whoa! About to kick your sorry ass out in the street.
I can't do it. Fuck. Teed up.
You must think you own these streets. Theo dead me.
Victory
Anyways,
sweet.
my winner. Let's see. My winners has to be Dante Martin. That guy is just out of this world. And we've been seeing it multiple times, be it on Dark Elevation, the few times he's shown up on Dynamite. But this is easily his best showcase yet, especially when it's against the world champion. That is just great stuff right there. Kenny gave him a lot, and he came out looking like $1 million hairs. So hopefully this is just the beginning of his long future, because he's only 20 years old. He could still have 25 years in this business ahead of him, which is insane, but I can't wait.
What else is there to be said here? JC winner Keith Lee for being COVID, Nakamura for his second IC title, and Cameron Grimes for standing up to LA Knight. Someone watch NXT, and that's more interesting there. For my winners, the Gargano family for Baby Wrestling, or Johnny Wrestling Jr., or Candace Wrestling the second. We don't know. Keith Lee and Mia Yim. Name me a better couple right now. I'll wait. C4 Wrestling and Fighting Back for obvious reasons. I'll pop it up before the end of the show, of course. And AEW for another solid night of AEW Dynamite. And the debut of a new show that's going to start in about 7 minutes. That's a thing. Now, when it comes to next week, now, this all depends on what happens on Rampage this evening. But they got 3 matches and an hour to kill, so who knows? Now we're thinking CM Punk's going to debut if he has signed. He will be debuting more than likely on Rampage at the first dance on Rampage at the United Center in Chicago next week. Now, there was an internal debate since it is SummerSlam weekend. Should we do a full show or just another short show? And then we realized we don't really give a fuck about WWE outside of a couple of takeover matches and Cena versus Roman Reigns, to be fair. That being said, we are going to preview. We're going to read the card, such as it is, and we'll have an opinion if we have one. And then we'll preview Rampage. And then at 10, we're done. We're going to sign off. The way it's going to work is you're going to have a show. And we're going to have our show. And for those of you listening to the audio version, you're going to get your show. If you got the VOD version, you'll have that. You'll have your 1-hour show. And then for you folks on the Twitch channel, don't go far because next week, and we'll bring it up next week, we're going to do a live reaction of Rampage, and you will more than likely hear us basically mark out if CM Punk actually returns and steps into a wrestling thing. This was decided by coin flip, by the way. It was like their short show, and then we get watch, or we do a short show, stop the show, and then we just leave the stream on and our voices on, and then we watch Rampage, and whatever happens, happens. Should be a good show, and even if Punk, there might be disappointed if Punk doesn't happen, but you get the idea. But that's next week. So next week, 1-hour show like this one here. And then don't go far because we're good. And don't go far. Don't leave the channel next week. And I will remind you, of course, we'll do a live reaction of the 1-hour show. And we'll probably produce another VOD of that as well. That being said, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for tuning in as per usual. On behalf of Shintigercurl.
Dim sometime. Waiting for Rampage.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should plug everybody to Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. The stuff's on the screen. The book, all the links. Patreon.com/CheatAdvocate Reviews. PayPal.me/Magic316. All that stuff. It's all up there. Podcast. T-Dub has a podcast on his Podomatic. What are you talking about, by the way?
On the latest episode for this month, I'm talking about ports, remasters, and remakes of video games. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Nice. That's a good subject. That should be an interesting listen. And of course, Shin's book. He's got his YouTube. You can plug. Quick plug.
Max Corn, YouTube, War Machine, Lords, Stuff, Boobs. Watch it.
There you go. And T-Dub, sign off, my friend.
Well, hope you guys had a great time, and remember to work your gimmick and watch some Rampage!
My name's Matty. I remind you to help professional wrestling. Support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Enjoy TNT, AEW Rampage, such it is. It's a good card for a 1-hour show. Shall be fun, I am sure. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next week. It should be an interesting hybrid of a show. Bye, everybody. Bye.
All right, well, here we are, 5:06 p.m. Saturday, July 10th, live on Twitch. And we are unboxing some figures, but hold on a second. We have a little run-in here. Hold on.
Run-in.
You guys are fucking marks. Bye.
What a dipshit. As I'm holding his stupid action figure. We could have talked about how inaccurate it is, Max, you little ungrateful shit.
You got